Tales from Retail, Episode 6. I'm from Texas. The rules don't apply to me! Exclamation mark. TLDR at the bottom. First time posting here. I am a really new cashier at a smallish grocery store chain in the Pacific NW, and this happened a week or two ago, so some of the details are fuzzy. Some backstory. Our store does not allow credit cards. You can use check, cash, EWIC, food stamps, or debit. Nothing else. My machine will pop up an error code that says transaction not permitted. Our cast: me, D1, Dude 1, LC, Lead Clerk. This story starts after I finish ringing up like 2 carts of stuff. D1 puts his card in the machine, and on my screen there is a button that says Customer Tender, and when someone puts in a card it will say what card it is. Of course it pops up and says credit card, so I politely tell him that we do not accept credit. D1 looks at his friends in shock. D1, well, all we have is credit. Me, well, I'm sorry, we don't take credit. Let me call for a lead clerk to get this all figured out. I press a button and flash my lights. If someone cannot pay, I have to call their LCs so they can cancel the transaction. One of the LCs show up. LC, what seems to be the problem? Me, they are using credit and I told them that they cannot use a credit card. D1, is that true? LC, yes, store name does not accept credit card. D1, well, we are from Texas. LC, we still do not take credit cards. The 3 dudes leave in a huff. My LC helps me clear the belt and she cancels the transaction. I ask if there is a sign that says that we don't take credit. She sighs and says yes. I went to check when I left work, and sure enough there is a sign to the side of the cart area that says what form of payment we take. TLDR, man from Texas once thinks that being from Texas means we can change company policy. I better not be charged twice. Quote, I don't tend to get very many insane customers in my small little town. But when they happen, boy are they noteworthy. So here I am just minding my business up at cash, and a lady walks in with her son. They come up to the counter. Karen, we just bought these shoes yesterday and they are already broken. I checked the shoes and they are indeed broken. Me, okay, I can hold these up here for you if you want to go to the shoe department and grab another pair. Quote, Karen, well, we're gonna have to. Quote, they proceed to walk away, and after a couple minutes I can hear a commotion starting in the back. And I notice Karen is giving my co-worker in the shoe department a hard time. After a couple more minutes, Karen and her son reappear at my till. Karen, these shoes are the same price, so I'll just show you my receipt. Me, well, I'll still need to go through the exchange process. Karen, you better not charge me twice. Then Karen's son explains again that I still need to do the exchange, and that seems to calm her down for the moment. So I begin the exchange process and return the shoes, then I set them on the back counter. Karen, what did you just do? Quote, me, I just returned the first pair of shoes. And now I'm going to purchase the new pair. And if they are the same price it will zero out. And then I do exactly that. Me, well, actually the price of the new shoes is 1 cent less, so you will be getting 1 penny back. Karen, that's stupid, no one even uses pennies anymore. You better not have charged me twice. You won't be getting any money if you have charged me twice. Quote, me, well, I still need to put this penny on a card. So if you could just tap your card on the machine. Karen, where's the machine? Quote, me, it's just behind your purse there. After she taps her card I print out the receipts. Because she was doing a return with a credit card, there are 2 extra receipts that get printed that she needs to sign. One is for our records and the other is for the credit card company. Karen, oh no, I'm not signing 2 receipts, you better not have charged me twice. Me, I just need you to sign them for our records. And I haven't actually charged you at all. I gave you back 1 penny. Karen, you better not have charged me twice. Quote, me, I didn't. See, look, I was pointing at the receipt at this point, explaining it out to her. The shoes you returned were $90. There is a little minus there to show it's a return. And then the new ones were $89.99. So you got 1 penny back. Karen, oh no, the shoes I bought were $101. You better not have charged me twice. Me, yes, the shoes would have come to $101 after tax, but before tax they were $90. Karen, you better not be telling me they were $90 because I paid $101. Me, they were $101, with tax, $90 before. She then starts signing the receipts. Karen, I don't like this. No, something fishy is going on here. You better not be trying to cheat me. Me, of course not, we never want to cheat any of our customers. Karen, if I find out I've been charged twice, you won't be seeing any money. I'm going to call corporate. You know, I was in here before and I bought a pair of winter shoes, and then I came in the summer and bought a pair of summer shoes, and it turns out they were both summer shoes. So I've been cheated before. You guys need to get your stories straight. Quote, with that she followed her son, who had left earlier, and walked out of the store. But I wasn't aware of the policy. Quote, had a rough day today. So many people just being assholes and not treating my co-workers, and I like we're human beings. People don't listen. People don't read. Can't read signs. Can't read the credit card machine. Not paying attention. Had a lady today trying to do several returns. My co-worker, M, was helping her with that. Her whole time with this customer was over half an hour. One of the types of items she was trying to return, she had like 5 of them. It was something that has a certain number of days you can bring it back, and it was past that. M informed her she couldn't return because it's past the return date. Lady, oh, but I wasn't aware of that policy. It's on your receipt. It's on the wall right next to you. It's on our website. As a customer, it is your job to inform yourselves of our return policy, especially when it's plastered everywhere in front of you. Ignorance is not an excuse. Lady of course wanted a manager. Thankfully my manager, who has a tendency to bend to the will of Karens, was firm and would not make an exception for her. She literally asked, can't you make an exception for me? No. Now get out of here with your ugly garden tchotchkes. They're just funny looking quarters. Quote, I'm a cashier at a smaller grocery store chain on the East Coast. The day that this story occurred was a very busy Friday, and 3 of our front-end managers had just quit. So we were pretty understaffed. A dirty and tired-looking young woman came through my line with normal groceries. Milk, bread, frozen food, and I rang up her order. She then proceeded to pull out a plastic bag filled with Canadian quarters to pay me with. I obviously questioned her and she assured me they were just funny-looking quarters. I honestly had no desire to argue with this woman, but I still paged the one front-end manager there at the moment, and she assured me that I could take the Canadian quarters as payment. I was shocked and counted them all out, but I was still unsure. I talked to one of the main store managers later about it, who proceeded to talk to the front-end manager about it, who then cried in the bathroom because she was stressed out. The whole day was sort of dramatic. That same front-end manager also dropped a huge glass bottle of beer that got everywhere that day. Also, the smell was horrible. I also got cussed out by a customer when his order rang up wrong, and he stormed out of the store instead letting me fix the issue. Regardless, I'm glad that young woman got her groceries for basically free though. She honestly looked like she was going through it. Don't read the sign, get splashed. I work at a gas station, and I was cleaning the nozzles for the fountain drinks. It takes about 20 minutes if I'm quick. I put a sign both in English and in Spanish. Cleaning. Out of service. Do not use. With the nozzle not there. When you push the button, all the syrup and carbonated water just flies everywhere. You get splashed. The floor gets splashed. Syrup is everywhere. It's awful to clean if it isn't wiped right away. Overall a great time. I call it the splash zone. I managed to stop 2 older regulars who get a beverage every day from us like it's second nature. Very understanding, laugh a bit to themselves for being on autopilot. Thank me, and get a bottled drink instead. But while I was cleaning, the sink is running and I'm scrubbing. I don't hear anything until the loud PSSHHHH of the fountain drink machine. I look over, and there's a man covered in the water and syrup. Full on had a SeaWorld splash. On his shirt, the counters, the floor. He proceeds to throw the cup away. Take another cup and try a different drink. Somehow, I managed to shout at him to stop before he got seconds with Shamu. I point to the big sign saying the nozzles were being cleaned. Guy looks at me, scowls, throw the second cup away, and leaves. We're not a busy store, but this repeated 4 more times before I could finish cleaning all of the nozzles. On top of people walking on the syrup-covered ground, tracking it around the whole store. Lo and behold, once the nozzles were back on, now nobody wanted a fusion drink. Sometimes I cry myself to sleep. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more Reddit content.